Good afternoon. Let's memorize 5 precepts. Number 1, no killing. Number 2, no stealing. Number 3, no sexual misconduct. Number 4, no lying. Number 5, no alcohol. Let's get started. Learn English. Investment. Elliot wave theory. Elliot wave theory. Wave theory. Let's get started. Yesterday, I haven't changed the scenes on the OBS program. I just read with only the first page. So today I will not forget to change scenes on OBS. Let's get started. Review first. Ending diagonal triangle. Diagonal like this. Diagonal in Thai ทะแยง ending diagonal triangle here ทะแยงขึ้น ทะแยงลง this diagonal allow web 4 to overlap web 1 1, 2, 3, 4 4 overlap. 4 can be overlap web 1 in diagonal. Possible expanding diagonal. To be honest, I haven't understood for detail yet. I have to educate more and more. As my learning pattern, no matter for learning English or other content, example this Elliot wave theory, right? So I try gradually to understand, but I'm not serious in the first time whether I will understand it or not clearly. When I back to read again, I can get more understand the context of the education. Here diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Figure 1-19. Although not so illustrated in figures 1-15 to 1-16, fixed waves of diagonal triangles often end in a throw over. Example, I don't know throw over. i.e. in other words, a brief break of the trend line connecting the end point of steps 1 and 3, figures 1-17 and 1-19 here show real life examples. Here, real life. The chart of the Dow Jones, IA hourly. Real life ใช่ไหม Dow Jones real life examples. Why volume trends to diminish ทำให้เล็กลงนะทำให้เล็ก diminish. Let's check pronunciation. Diminish as a diagonal triangle of small degree progresses. The pattern always ends with a spike of relatively high volume. When a throw over here, throw over, not first, throw over occurs. One rare occasions, the fifth subwave will fall short of its resistance trend line. A rising diagonal is bearish. Rising diagonal is bearish and is usually followed by a sharp decline retracing. Retrace ก็ย้อนกลับ at least back to the level where it began. A falling diagonal by the same token is bullish, usually giving rise of an upward thrust. Fifth wave extensions. Remember fifth wave? The subwave in the fifth wave in the web file, subwave in the web file. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in web file. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of minor in file in the intermediate. Truncated fifth and ending diagonal triangles all imply the same thing, dramatic reversal ahead. At some turning point, two of these phenomena have occurred together at different degrees, compounding the violence of the next move in the opposite direction. Leading diagonal. When diagonal triangles occur in the web file or see position, try to imagine web file 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or ABC. They taken the 3 5 3 ก็ ABC 3 shape 3 that Elliot described. However, it has currently come to light that a variation on this pattern occasionally appears in the web 1 position of impulses and in the web A position of a zigzags. This I have to focus more to try to understand it. The characteristic overlapping of webs 1 and 4 and the convergence of boundary lines into a wedge shape remain as in the ending diagonal triangles. Here, just my my rapid plan. The first round of reading, right? The first round is just reading out loud. For the second round, I will ask for AI, maybe the free version of ChatGPT or DeepSeek to help me to translate and educate more because they have more the deep information for us to educate something, many things. By the way, I think for to keep as a human being or to keep our brain improvement or our memorize improvement, we have to read first. Read and try first to understand by ourselves. Before that, we can ask for an AI to help us more. Don't rush in. For me, I will not rush or expedite in some education I am interested in. Just consistently educate it or learning about it. So here my opinion about learning English or learning learning things we are interested. No. Zigzag, okay. The characteristic overlapping of webs 1 and 4 and the convergence of boundary lines into which shape remain as in the ending diagonal triangle. However, the subdivisions are different, tracing up a 5-3-5-3-5 pattern. Here's for my understanding. I'm maybe not 100% correct, 100% accuracy. 5 mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 3 mean ABC. 5 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 ABC. 5 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Testing out so we can forecast the price movement of the instrument, right? Any instrument to be the cycle, like that this pattern. This is just my understanding. It may be not 100% accuracy. This I have to learn more and confirm my understanding later. The structure of this formation, see figure 1-20. Structure of this information fits the spirit of the web principle in that the 5 web subdivisions in the direction of larger trend communicate a continuation message as opposed to the termination implication of the 3 web subdivisions in the ending diagonal. Analysts must be aware of this pattern to avoid mistaking it for a far more common development. A series of first and second webs. The main key to recognizing this pattern is the decided showing of price change in the 5th subweb relative to the 3rd. By contrast, in developing first and second webs, short-term speed typically increases. And breathe. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Breathe. In other words, the number of stocks or sub-indexes participating often expand. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 overlap 1. Here the diagonal. This is continuation. 3 web subdivision into the termination, the termination. นี่อยู่หน้าเดียวกัน Other figure 1-21 shows a real-life example of a leading diagonal triangle. Leading diagonal, real-life example. Leading diagonal like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 overlap 1, 3, 1 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 can be here. 4 overlap 1. This pattern was not originally discovered by R.N. Ralph Nelson Elliot รูปแบบนี้น่ะตอนแรกน่ะก็อีเลียดเขาก็ไม่ได้เจอเขาก็ไม่ได้พบรูปแบบนี้หรอกbut has appeared enough times and over a long enough period that we are convinced of its validity. Next lesson, zigzags. Lesson 6, zigzags. Corrective waves. Just reading out loud. Market moves against the trend of one greater degree only with the seeming struggle. Resistance from the larger trend appears to prevent a correction from developing a full motive structure. Thus, this circle between the two oppositely trending degrees generally makes corrective webs less clearly identifiable than motive webs, which always flow with comparative ease in the direction of the one larger trend. As another result of this conflict between trends, corrective webs are quite a bit more varied than motive webs. Corrective web quite a bit more varied than motive webs. Further, they occasionally increase or decrease in complexity as they unfold, so that what are technically subwebs of the same degree can by their complexity or time range appear to be of different degree. For all these reasons, it can be difficult at times to fit corrective webs into recognizable patterns until they are computed and behind us. As determinations of corrective webs are less predictable than those for motive webs, the Elliot analyst must exercise more caution in this analysis when the market is in a meandering corrective mode than when prices are in a persistently motive trend. The single most important rule that can be gleaned from a study of the various corrective patterns is that corrections are never fights. Only motive webs are fights. For this reason, an initial five-wave movement against the larger trend is never the end of a correction, only part of it. The figures that follow through lesson 9 of this course should serve to illustrate this point. Corrective processes come into styles: sharp corrections, angle slightly against the larger trend, sideways corrections, while always producing a net retracement of the preceding web. Typically, sustain a movement that carries back to or beyond its starting level, thus producing an overall sideways appearance. The discussion of the guideline of alternation of lesson 10, you expand the reason for noting these two styles. Specific corrective patterns fall into four main categories. Zigzags, 5-3-5, zigzag or 5-3-5, CC, zigzag 5-3-5, 5 go 1 2 3 4 5 the ABC and 1 2 3 4 5 5 includes 3 types. Zigzag มี3แบบ The single, double and triple. Single, double and triple zigzag. Flat จะกลายเป็น 3-5 ยังไงนะ ABC 1 2 3 4 5เลย ABC 1 2 3 4 5 includes 3 types: regular, expanded, and running. Regular flat, expanded flat, and running flat. Single zigzag, double zigzag, and triple zigzag. Triangles 3-3-3-3-3. 4 types. 3 of the contracting variety: ascending, descending, and symmetrical, and 1 of the expanding variety: reverse symmetrical. Double threes and triple threes, combined structures. Zigzag, let's say zigzag 5-3-5, 1 2 3 4 5 ABC and 1 2 3 4 5. A single zigzag in a bull market is a simple 3-wave declining pattern labeled ABC. The subwave sequence is 5-3-5, ABC 5-3-5 and the top of wave B is noticeably lower than the start of wave A. The top of B lower than start of A. Start of A. Here, start of A. Top of B here. Top of B lower than here. Lower than start of B. Start of A. Start of A. B lower than start of A. Start of A. B lower than start of A. In bear market, a zigzag correction take place in the opposite direction, as shown in figures 1-24 and 1-25. For this reason, zigzag in the bear market is often referred to as an inverse zigzag. เนี่ย bear market กลายเป็นซิกแซกจะก่อตัวตรงกันข้ามกับก่อรูปตรงกันข้ามกับเทรนใหญ่เทรนแบร์มาร์เก็ตจะเป็นซิกแซกจะเป็นถึงหน้า21 Have a happy time all day all night all the time Thank you so much for learning. Thank you so much for learning together.